Are you new to Mortal Kombat? I think it's time to get lit. Alright, I'm gonna stop. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to fix almost everything you may have a problem with being PS5, Xbox, and definitely we're gonna talk about the Steam PC port of MK1. Let's get into it. Alright, so best controller settings. There's 3 different input timings in MK1, right? You have short, where you have to just dial in the combos really fast. Now, personally, I don't know if I recommend short for new players, simply because just trying to dial in stuff. See how in the button in the bottom left it felt so restrictive. I had to do it like really fast. I don't like that. I don't personally like it. But let's say I now put it on long. There's more room and leniency for just trying to get some inputs out. I like long. If I had to be honest, I would recommend whatever is good for you. I think until you learn the game, get your execution right to understand how combos work, I recommend you putting it on long, keeping it on long, or going in between for medium. So you'll be able to get, some tight things out and not feel like you have to dial in everything so hard. Essentially, input window timing on short kind of reminds me of just dialing in a phone number really fast. I don't know if I like that. It's dial up, which may not be that hard, but it could be a problem, especially when you have internet connections that are very inconsistent or weird. Okay, so release check on or release check off. Now, depending on who you ask, they might tell you to keep this on or keep it off. In Mortal Kombat, ever since MKX, this has always been off for me. I ain't never turned this back on. It's off in Street Fighter too. So I'm going to explain release check to you guys once again. Release check is also called negative edge. If release check is on, it will register pressing the button as one button press and releasing the button as another press. If you turn it off, only one button press will be registered. Negative edge can come in handy in some games with like more complicated combos and things of that nature, like Street Fighter and I think even BlazBlue, if you want to argue that. But I absolutely see no reason to have it all in Mortal Kombat due to the string system of MK. Next, I'm going to show you guys the difference between alternate controls off and alternate controls on. So let's get into that. So with alternate controls off, we know moves are generally just normal like inputs. Now, I only recommend personally if you're playing on potentially an arcade stick or a levelless controller like a hitbox or a Victrix controller, or if you just want motion inputs, unless you just hate the down forward back or down back 3, type of inputs Mortal Kombat usually use, I would recommend you turning this on. However, when you turn on alternate controls, right, inputs kind of look like quarter circles, but the game right now doesn't tell you that it's like quarter circles in some ways. So like if I want to do fan toss, that's easier to do personally in my opinion than trying to buff it out normal way, just doing the quarter circle forward. Hadouken is Kitana's fan toss. I'm not used to alternate controls in Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna play on normal. That's what I recommend. Say for instance if I turn this off, right, it's just easier for me personally that I highly recommend you using alternate controls unless you really wanting to use motion inputs. Because me personally, alternate controls just gonna make the game harder. But if you get comfortable with it, all by means with it, that's the way for you to play. But I won't lie, like throwing stuff feels more natural to me. Doing quarter circles for this fan toss or throwing stuff out, like doing stuff like that's more comfortable. Alright, now this is for the PC community. And I'm gonna be real, I'm not a PC expert at all. I've been looking through various threads. I want to help y'all have a better experience. I personally tell people, do not buy Mortal Kombat on launch on PC. Alright, like get if you really want to play this game, get you a console, bro. Like this is how it's gonna be until NRS changes how the PC version works. I don't know, because I've seen some people complaining, and in the last 24 hours, it ain't been like a whole day, and everybody has been pissed off about this PC port. Before I get even further than this, to be honest with you, I am not liable for the things that happen to your PC and stuff like that. I ain't that person. I'm just telling you how to potentially make the game better. Do this at your own risk and caution. Not saying it will damage your computer, but I ain't trying to have nobody come like, oh, he destroyed my shit. He did this. No. You're trying to fix your game. We're trying to help you fix, and somebody found a way to make it better. So let's get into that. So, if you have an NVIDIA's graphics card, I'm going to tell you how to probably make the game feel way better. Number one, you need to go to the NVIDIA control panel, manage your 3D settings, program settings, and choose MK1. Now what you need to change is anti-aliasing FXAA on, anti-aliasing transparency 8x, triple buffering on, texture filtering, entropic sample optimization on, and power management mode prefer maximum performance. Essentially what this form is saying is that the FPS lock on the video control panel and restarting the game for the shaders to load fixed a lot of the stuttering that he had. Also, if you want more PC settings to try out on your NVIDIA graphics card, well, here's some that I can give you right now. I've seen my friend go from Third Strike, which actually made a video that on Street Fighter 6 that helped fix the game. He is having a horrible time playing Mortal Kombat 1 on PC. Personally, this is the best that we can find out right now for Mortal Kombat 1, but to be fair, I just hope NetherRealm fixes the PC port. I really do feel sorry for that fan base and consumer base, because PC games be having like the coolest stuff in them, the mods and stuff, but then the game don't work. And it's like, what's the point, man? So there's that. So that being said, change all of these settings before you even play a match of MK1, or mess around with a lot of these settings, especially the gameplay oriented ones. So make sure you change all these settings before you get into MK1 out of the game for performance and stuff on PC. And secondly, make sure you mess around with the control suggestions for your control type and your playstyle when you're playing Mortal Kombat 1. It's been your boy, Avataryaya. You guys are golden. Make sure you hit that young subscribe button, because there's going to be more MK on this channel. And remember, I primarily cover Street Fighter, fighting games in general. Avataryaya, you guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalor, peace, and I'm out.